1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial, and I'm Patrick Teo. Former Finance Minister II Ahmad Husni Hanadzlah told the Kuala Lumpur High Court today that he was merely menurut perintah, or following orders, when he signed documents relating to One Malaysia Development Bhd. Husni said all documents relating to 1MDB and its subsidiary SRC International had gone through then Finance Minister Najib Razak before landing on his desk. His testimony was marked with heated exchanges, just like the last time he testified and was questioned by Najib's lawyers. On Wednesday, June 22nd, Husni, the prosecution's 20th witness, was back on the stand. If you recall, Husni also testified during the SRC International trial and was often angry on the stand. You see, Husni had a bone to pick with Najib. The ex-cabinet minister said Najib had not only blocked him out of 1MDB and SRC, he had also accused him of corruption and sexual harassment. And this, Husni said, was because he had questioned what was going on with the two companies. Today was much of the same. Husni and Najib's lawyer had a heated exchange. Shafi accused Husni of quarrelling with him at every turn. "Don't quarrel with me. I'm asking you the question, and don't be arrogant," Shafi said in a raised voice. "I promised my learned friend I'll take half a day, but it looks like I'll take 3 days. Advise the witness to answer the questions. He is bringing the same attitude he brought to SRC. Husni replied that he was not arrogant. "I'm not quarreling with you, and I am not arrogant. Even if it takes 1 year to cross-examine me, also no problem," Husni retorted. At this point, Judge Colin Lawrence Akera stepped in and called for a break. When court resumed, Husni explained what he meant when he said he was merely following orders. 1MDB and SRC don't follow normal procedure, Husni told the court under cross-examination. All letters from 1MDB will go to the Minister of Finance. Then it will be passed to an officer. Then it lands on my desk. When Shafi asked why he had signed them, Husni said he was menurut perintah, or following orders. "I have to. Saya yang menurut perintah. It came from the Minister of Finance. You must understand that these two projects did not follow procedures like other companies in MOF Inc. It all comes from the top," Husni replied testily. The lawyer asked if the witness had received explicit instructions to sign the documents, and Husni said no, he did not. "There were no written instructions. I told Najib from the start he should not start 1MDB, but he didn't listen. So I knew he had the power. I have known him very well for 40 years. It's my instinct." Husni, 70, was Finance Minister too from April 2009 until his resignation in June 2016. He was testifying for the prosecution today in the case against Najib, who is charged with the misappropriation of 2.28 billion ringgit of 1MDB funds. Najib faces 4 charges of abuse of power and 21 of money laundering, allegedly committed between 2011 and 2013. Husni had previously testified that Najib had told him not to get involved in 1MDB and SRC matters. During the SRC trial, Husni had compared himself to an office boy when it came to matters pertaining to the Sovereign Wealth Fund. After lunch, Shafi continued with his cross-examination of Husni. Things were a lot calmer, the only exchange being Husni telling Shafi not to shout. Judge Sakera stepped in again and told Husni that it was merely Shafi's speaking voice and that he was not shouting. Husni told the court that when he found out that the $700 million was diverted to Good Star instead of the 1MDB Petro-Saudi joint venture company, he had asked Najib about it. The amount was paid to Good Star, and I asked Najib why. He said they have to pay Petro-Saudi International, and I asked why not pay directly, and he kept quiet, Husni said. There was no action from him when I told him. He is the Prime Minister. He should worry about national finance. If it were other people, they would act. Najib didn't do anything. He is the chairman of the Board of Advisors. If I were the top leader, I would be shocked and take action, Husni added. Previously, former 1MDB Board of Directors BOD chairman Muhammad Baqi Saleh also testified that he did not get a reply from Najib after pointing out that $700 million was diverted. Baqi testified that he had sent Najib an SMS from his BlackBerry phone after the 1MDB BOD meeting on September 26, 2009, to notify him about the $700 million diversion to a purported PSI affiliate company called Good Star Limited, but he never got a reply. One Malaysia Development Bhd had taken a $1 billion loan from Deutsche Bank to obtain a 40% share in the 1MDB Petro-Saudi joint venture project. However, $300 million was remitted to the JV company, while $700 million went to Good Star at RBS Coutts Bank. The trial will continue tomorrow morning with Husni on the stand. He will be re-examined by lead prosecutor Gopal Sriram. Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It was written by Revati Subramaniam, and I'm Patrick Teo.